Those beautiful words about Marion. I'd like to now call up some of Marion's family members, her children, to share some words and some thoughts and some reflections about Marion. So, Barbara, Paul, Tall, Dory.
Look, try to keep it brief.
Wait, are you the oldest?
I am. I look it too. Actually, I tell you, I'm not only the oldest, but I'm Marion's stepson. Leonard was my dad. We share the common father, but I've known her the longest because we go back into the Chicago days when Ida and Jules were living there, and we used to go visit at their place, and a lot of good memories. And Marion, she was always our friend. 20 years, hardly a day went by we didn't have a phone conversation. She was always a friend, talked to you all the time. I tell you, the one thing, we joked all the time, you're gonna be here, you're gonna stick around, you'll be for all the bar mitzvahs, and I said, and eventually, even if you're in a wheelchair, I'm pushing you to the weddings. She would be very proud, since she passed away, that our son Aaron, Dory's son Troy, are now engaged, and we'll be the first ones to continue that for her. Okay. Now, tell you one last thing. Everybody who knows her knows what a Tampa Bay Rays fan she is. I was never a sports guy, but because we talked every day, I had the ESPN alerts, and my phone would go off, and who scored and what they did. She passed, and the spring came around, the alerts are going off. I don't have the heart to take that down, because every time those alerts go off, I see her smile, I hear her laugh. That's it. So those alerts will be with me for many years to come.
Anyway, thank you all so much. This is such a privilege and an honor, and we are all so very grateful that you are all here. I know a lot of you are here for the board meeting, but pretend you're here for Mom too. No, we're so happy to be part of this extraordinary day, and it's not lost on us the beauty of the outside today and the beauty that surrounds us. We had the unveiling this morning for Mom, and it was so extraordinary, and obviously God was shining on all of us. And you know, just our very heartfelt thanks. And what we have learned through Mom is the true meaning of L'Ador V'Ador. And as this synagogue is named for our grandparents and this building is named for our parents, we will pledge that we will carry on the mission of Menorah Manor and the mission of philanthropy in our parents' name. And we hope that our children as well will continue to carry that forward through our example. And so we are just very honored and grateful. And thank you to Judy and to Rob and to Renee and to both rabbis, and to Jessica for everything that you've done to make this possible. I know it wasn't easy the last 10 months pulling this all together, and we just appreciate your extraordinary efforts, and so would Mom. Thank you.
So, first thing my mom would say if she was here is, I'm sorry you all had to come here today. It's all my fault. She always took the blame for everything. But she was a best friend differently to every single one of us. She was fully vested in her friendships, in her children, in her grandchildren. She gave her blessings, you know. It had to be her way or the highway. And, you know, we just believe that she's always with us, and we love her, and she'll be in our grandchildren too, so she never goes. And when we walk into a Menorah Manor, it's like a hug. It's home. was where your heart is, and this was where Mom's heart is, and this is where our hearts will be.
I think pretty much everything's been said. I already did my crying, so watching my brother over here. But really, you know, this is such a great place. You know, all the people here that help every day. I can't name them all. Judy, Eric, the Margers, Marshall, everybody who's made this over the years a tremendous place. We appreciate it. Mom is looking down on all of us. Thank you.
Lori, would you stay up here for a second? Barbara? Stay up for a second. Thank you. So I'd like to call up Barry Canner to join me for a special presentation. Thank you, Barry. Judy spoke very eloquently about Marion and what she meant to this organization, and I agree with her comments 100%. Personally, Marion was the personification of a committed trustee, one who went about her work in a quiet but assertive manner when need be, and someone who had a heart of gold. Marion would faithfully attend committee meetings. She wasn't afraid to ask questions and challenge management to do the right thing. The right thing for Marion was making sure our residents were well cared for. That's what she was all about, doing what's best for our residents. I miss Marion and her presence and her input. She was a guiding light to our organization when we needed to establish direction and purpose. May her memory be for a blessing and a continuing reminder of commitment to our mission in all the years ahead. So Barry, please help me. We have some plaques for the children, and I'll let Barry present these. To Tal, and Paul, Tal. And Barbara, for Dory.
Stand together, guys. Hold them up for me. Good. Tilt them down just a little bit for reflective reasons. Good. 1, 2, 3.